Hey everyone, welcome back to Wheel Reverend, the channel where we break down the latest and greatest machines on two wheels. Today, we're diving into a machine that's been on every sport bike enthusiast's radar for decades, the Suzuki GSX-R1000, and for 2025, Suzuki has given this legendary superbike some tweaks that remind the world why the Gixxer still deserves a spot at the top of the superbike food chain. Let's get right into it. First off, Suzuki hasn't just rested on the GSX-R's reputation. The 2025 GSX-R1000 brings subtle yet meaningful updates that refine its performance, sharpen its already razor-like handling, and keep it competitive against the best from Europe and Japan. At its heart, the 2025 GSX-R1000 still uses that beloved 999.8cc inline-four engine, but Suzuki has made improvements to the variable valve timing system they pioneered with the MotoGP project. The result: you get the best of both worlds, a screaming top-end power and stronger mid-range grunt. This engine is tuned to produce around 202 horsepower at 13,200 rpm and 87 Nm of torque at 10,800 rpm, giving you more than enough shove whether you're carving up mountain passes or setting lap times on the track. Suzuki's focus on real-world rideability hasn't changed. The GSX-R1000 remains surprisingly usable for street riders, thanks to its flexible power delivery and sophisticated electronics package. Speaking of electronics, this is where the 2025 model shines brighter than ever. Suzuki has further refined the 6-axis IMU-based suite. You get a bi-directional quick shifter that's smoother than before, cornering ABS, 10-level traction control, wheelie control, launch control, and a new ride-by-wire throttle system that's been retuned for more precise input. It's everything you'd expect in a modern superbike, without overwhelming the rider. The chassis is classic Gixxer, an aluminum twin-spar frame that's light and stiff, mated to a braced swing arm that translates every bit of power to the rear wheel. For 2025, the suspension gets an upgrade. Up front is the fully adjustable Showa balance-free front fork, and at the rear, the Showa balance-free rear cushion light shock continues to deliver race-ready damping while keeping the bike composed on rougher streets. The whole package tips the scales at around 202 kilograms wet, which makes it lighter than some of its bulkier rivals. Braking is handled by top-shelf Brembo-style monoblock calipers biting down on twin 320mm discs up front, with improved cooling ducts for consistent performance even during aggressive track sessions. The rear gets a single disc with an Nissan caliper, more than enough for fine adjustments while cornering. One thing Suzuki's always nailed is the riding position, and the 2025 GSX-R1000 continues that tradition. It strikes a sweet spot between aggressive track focus and street comfort. The clip-ons are low enough for a narrow tuck but not so extreme that your wrists beg for mercy after 30 minutes of riding. The tank shape is perfect for gripping with your knees, helping you hang off in corners or stay planted under hard braking. Let's talk about design because, come on, superbikes should look as fast as they ride. For 2025, the GSX-R1000 gets a fresh graphic update, sharper fairing lines, and new LED lighting all around. Suzuki's signature stacked headlight remains, but now it's sleeker and integrates better with the redesigned fairing for improved aerodynamics. Subtle winglets have also been added to boost stability at high speeds, not overly dramatic like some of the competition, but enough to provide real downforce when you're pushing the bike to its limits. The dash is a full-color TFT display this time, replacing the older LCD unit. It's crisp, easy to read even in harsh sunlight, and customizable. Riders can switch between road and track layouts, adjust settings on the fly, and connect their smartphones for basic notifications and GPS turn-by-turn prompts. A nice touch for those who ride their GSX-R daily or take it on weekend tours. Suzuki knows that for many riders, the GSX-R1000 is more than just numbers on a spec sheet. It's about the legacy and the feeling you get when you're on the throttle. They've kept that soul intact while nudging it closer to what riders expect in 2025. Whether you're a track day junkie, weekend canyon carver, or just want one of the baddest sport bikes in your garage, the GSX-R1000 still checks all the boxes. Of course, you're probably wondering about the price. Suzuki has kept things surprisingly competitive. The 2025 GSX-R1000 starts at around $18,500. Depending on your market and any add-ons you choose. Considering what you get: a MotoGP-inspired tech, superb build quality, and that iconic Gixxer experience, it's hard to argue with the value here. It sits well below some of the European flagships, yet in the right hands, it can run with the best of them. Now, is this bike perfect? No machine is. Some riders might wish for even more advanced electronics, semi-active suspension, or a bit more radical styling like what you see on the latest Ducati or BMW. But the GSX-R's charm has always been about offering serious performance without unnecessary frills. It's a bike for riders who want to focus on riding. And that, honestly, is what keeps so many loyal fans coming back. If you're in the market for a leader-class superbike that balances track day thrills with real-world usability, the 2025 Suzuki GSX-R1000 should definitely be on your short list. It's a reminder that sometimes evolution is better than revolution, and Suzuki has perfected that art with this bike. So, what do you think? Is the new Gixxer enough to tempt you away from the latest Fireblade, ZX-10R, or Pinnacle? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear what you'd pick and why. And if you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to Wheel Reverend for more honest, in-depth bike reviews, and tape that bell so you don't miss our next ride. Thanks for watching. Stay safe, ride fast, and I'll see you in the next one.